Yes, that is right, folks. We are one game away from Wembley. Cannot believe I'm saying that in only the second season in the series. So we are playing Oxford at home in the FA Cup 6th round at London Road, and then the second game will be at home again against Leeds United, who see themselves in 13th position. Now, since we last met, we have played one game and one game only since the Nottingham Forest win 3-1 at home. We've played Middlesbrough away from home at the Riverside, and we came away with a 2-1 defeat. We absolutely battered them, as you can see in the stats here. 17 shots, 7 on target, 53% possession. But they were just very, very clinical, as you can see here. 8 shots, 7 on target, 2 goals. But yeah, clinical masterclass really. Jordan Rhodes on the 33rd minute. Jason Cummins bringing it back on the 53rd, and then Lucas Zhao on 68 minutes, and that made it 2-1 to Middlesbrough. All in all, we should have won, but it probably just showed you that they've got a little bit more quality compared to us, and that now leaves us in 4th in the Sky Bet Championship. We are now 3 points from QPR, and then a further 4 points, so that's 7 points. Maths is really failing me tonight. 7 points away from Norwich at the top of the table. But today we're going to focus on the FA Cup 6th round and Leeds at home at London Road. And this is the team we've picked. As you can see, it's a very heavily rotated side because they are in League One, and we do have that big game coming up against Leeds next. We're going to go for Luke McGee in goal, Bingham Williams at left back, Jordan Williams and Pennington in the middle, Hayden White on the right hand side. We're going to go for Thompson and Moncur in the middle, Taylor on the left, Teixeira in the middle, Clayton on the right, and Ashley Fletcher up front, who hasn't really played that much for us this season. On the bench we do have some big guns. We do have Sean Kavanagh, Oxford, Evans, Forrester, Gribbin, Madison and Connor Washington. Fingers crossed. Let's see if we can get to Wembley today. Hopefully my selection doesn't come back and bite me in the backside. Really want this to be a nice, easy game. So players to look out for them: Chris Long up top, John Lundstrom. He was at Everton at one point. Joe Rothwell was on the books of Man United as well. On the bench, anybody I can need to be worried about? No names that I recognise there. So let's see if we can. Apparently, we need to avenge what happened last time against Oxford. I'm not entirely sure what did happen against Oxford last time, but definitely let's avenge that. They seem to like that, and let's move forward. As I said, at home London Road, we are playing the 4-2-3-1, which is our home, in inverted commas, home formation, because we do seem to be a little bit more forward thinking in that formation. Now, White now 6 minutes gone to Teixeira to Ashley Fletcher, and that is 1-0 to the Posh. Lovely little flowing move there from the throw-in. White to Teixeira into Fletcher, and he makes it 1-0 after 6 minutes. Potentially on our way to Wembley in the semi-final. The draw will come up straight after this if we do get through. Nice early goal just to settle the nerve. So White on the far side into Clayton. Clayton flicks it onto Teixeira. First time ball into Ashley Fletcher, and that's a great finish at the near post. Eastwood should have probably done a little bit better there, but great start from the Posh. Williams there just to snuff out the danger. Over to Taylor. Taylor driving it forward. Taylor now over to Moncur. Moncur back to Taylor, keeping the ball nice and easy. Taylor going to try a shot. Comes out to Bingham Williams. Bingham Williams back post. Clayton hits the bar. Oh, what a move that was. Hits the bar, does Max Clayton. Could have made it 2-0, but it stays at 1. Oxford really haven't got into the game at all. Taylor now with a free kick over to Zhao. Zhao takes on his man, tries a shot, but Eastwood's there at the near post. Comfortable save for Eastwood there. Very, very comfortable, very professional performance here from the Posh. Just said there it was a drab match. It probably is for the neutral. What do I do? No, still room for improvement. Definitely room for improvement. This is a highly rotated squad here that we're using in the tie. Let's start the second half. They all looked up for it after the team talk. 25 minutes to go. Ruffles now with the corner for Oxford. White gets it out. Long's going to pick the ball up, but Teixeira, that was a poor touch from Long. Teixeira was trying to find Fletcher on the right hand channel, but Scratz gets the ball from him, and he plays it over to Coyle. Coyle now launches it up to Chris Long. Pennington's just going to take control of the ball there, but again he lumps it forward. Someone needs to put their foot on the ball. Taylor now can do that. Drives forward over to Zhao. Zhao, is he going to find Fletcher? He does. Fletcher tries to find Clayton on this right-hand side, but loses possession. Very topsy-turvy half here. Fletcher now through one-on-one. Oh, he could have made it 2-0. Possession's been very hard to keep hold of. Fletcher there with a great opportunity to make it 2-0, make it a little bit more comfortable for us. But it stays at 1. Taylor now with the corner. Tries to find Pennington in that near post. Hayden White picks the ball up. Drives into the box. Tries to find... Who's number 19? Tries to find Jordan Williams at right back, the back post. And the right back for Oxford just nicks in the way there. Forrester and Evans are going to come for Thompson and Moncur. Anybody else that's causing an issue? Going to bring Reece Oxford on for Jordan Williams again. We should be more than 1-0 up here. Oxford on the edge. Hits the bar. Oh, we've hit the post and we've hit the bar now in the game. It could have been a hell of a lot more, but 1-0 our take. We're going to be through to the semi-final. We are on our way to Wembley in an FA Cup semi-final in the second season of the series. Cannot believe I'm saying that. That is absolutely amazing. Let's see who's got through. Let's see who we can get. And the next up will be the semi-final draw for the FA Cup. So here we are, semi-final draw. We are in the hat with the likes of Arsenal, Manchester United and West Brom. So all Premier League teams, but 2 of those teams are former Premier League winners. So let's see who we are going to get. So Arsenal out of the hat first, and they are going to play Peterborough United. So we play the Gunners at Wembley in the first semi-final, and that means Man United will play West Brom in the second semi-final. So we've got a tough task there. Arsenal in the semi-final. Let's see who's in their team. Let's try not to get too worried. So they've got Lukaku. How much did they sign in for? £37.5 million. Romelu Lukaku, 17 goals in 25 games, 7.5 average rating. Yeah, he's not that bad, is he? 15 finishing, 15 composure, absolute beast in the game. They've still got Alexis Sanchez. Let's see how he's grown, but look at those stats. Look at those technicals. 18 dribbling, 16 finishing, 15 first touch, 17 technique, 17 off the ball, 17 vision, 16 pace. He's an absolute world beater. Theo Walcott, they even bought Ross Barkley, so they bought in the Everton duo, Ross Barkley and Romelu Lukaku. Gerard Deulofeu, they've absolutely raided Everton. They've still got Özil, Cazorla, Xhaka, Coquelin, Gibbs, Mertesacker, Koscielny, Mustafi. They've bought Michael Keane in, Hector Bellerin even. They've still got Szczesny, still got Peter Cech. Yeah, it's going to be a tough tie. So we forget about that for now. That pops up. Where's that pop up in our? That pops up right at the end of the season, 22nd of April. But we need to focus now on Leeds, and that's when we come back, and it'll be Peterborough United versus Leeds United at London Road. Right then, so the only game that we had in between Oxford and Leeds is Sunderland at home, and we came out with a 1-1 draw. Both goals coming very, very late on in the game. Leonardo Ulloa scoring after a very, very horrendous back pass from Reece Oxford. I will show you that. So this was the Ulloa goal. Luke McGee with the ball in his hands passes to Baldwin. Baldwin, Oxford, really bad back pass, and Ulloa scored in the 86th minute there, as you can see. I at this point thought it was going to be one of them days where we absolutely annihilated the opposition and didn't get anything from it. But João Teixeira scores an absolute worldie here. So Gribbin with a free kick, launches it in out to Teixeira on the volley from about 20 yards out, and that is an absolutely amazing hit from João Teixeira. What a hit, 25 yards out, great goal on the volley, awesome, and that makes it 1-1. So in the grand scheme of things of the Sky Bet Championship, that puts us 5th with a game in hand with some of the people around us, and we play Leeds today. So they are 13th position, 55 points. But the big news in between games is Jason Cummings has been struck down with a 4-week groin muscle tear. He was on international duty with Scotland, and he pulled his groin muscle, so he's going to be out for 4 weeks. So could be back for the Arsenal game, but I'm not quite sure. He could be very hit and miss. So Connor Washington's going to go straight into the squad there. And this is going to be the team. So we're going to have Luke McGee in goal. We're going to have Sean Kavanagh on left back, Baldwin and Oxford in the middle, Hayden White at right back, Forrester and Anderson in the middle, Madison, Gribbin, De Silva Lopez on the right, and Connor Washington up top. So let's see if we can get 3 points against Leeds United. So the bookies have made us favourites for this game, 4-6 favourites. Leeds are 7-2. The draw is 9-4. Evenly matched up, but we've both got key men missing. Key men for us is Jack Baldwin. Been an amazing performer over the last 2 seasons for me. And then Marco Silvestri, the goalkeeper for Leeds, is their key man. Let's see what we can do against Leeds. We are favourites. Let's see if we can get something out of them. That hasn't gone entirely to plan. Brilliant. But that's kind of worked. So Connor Washington, 4 goals in 2 games, which is good to see for us. The game against Sunderland, Leo and Madison, very poor game. 6.2 and a 6.4 from both of them. Not really what I was expecting against ex-Premier League side. Really need them to raise their game when they're playing bigger sides like that. 5 minutes gone, no real highlight. Leeds-Oxford has caught a little bit of a niggle. He was on international duty himself with the, I think it was under 21s for England. Nothing's really happened in the opening kind of portion of this game. Jermaine Anderson has picked up a little bit of a knock, so I'm going to bring Lee Evans on to be the box-to-box midfielder for Jermaine. Captaincy will go to Luke McGee. So yeah, not ideal start really. Jermaine Anderson with a dead leg, having to take him off so early on in the game. 25 minutes gone. Very boring, dull first half. Berardi now at right back with a throw-in, playing it 1-2 with his central midfielder, but Evans now in the middle of the park for ourselves, trying to find a ball. Takes it past number 4, Gribbin now. Going to find Connor. Connor over to Leo. Leo! What a save by Silvestri. That's why he's their key man. Lovely little play there from the pass. Gribbin into Washington. Washington into Leo. And Leo just being caught out there. But White at the back post. Leo de Silva Lopez has got the goal. 1-0 to the Posh. A little bit of a deflection on there. Gribbin with a corner. Oxford was rushing in, as we'll see from the highlight here now. Passed it back. So here we go. Gribbin. Very deep corner. White rushing onto it. Oxford very quickly knocks it back to Leo. Little bit of a deflection there on the off the Leeds man, and that makes it 1-0 to the Posh. 10 minutes before half time. Gribbin now 5 minutes before half time into Oxford, into Leo. Leo's going to try and take his man on the outside. Tries to play Evans into Gribbin, and that's 2-0 to the Posh. Connor Washington and Evans both missed that, but Gribbin was at the far post. Lovely little finish here. So Oxford, great power and strength and pace from Leo getting on the outside. Evans missed it, probably fouled in the build-up to it. Washington missed it, but Gribbin was there, coming in late as the attacking midfielder, a bit like a Lampard or a Paul Scholes, and he just slipped it home there. Lovely goal, 2-0 to the Posh, coming into the half-time break. Here we go. Yeah, coming into the half-time break. Brilliant performance. Don't get complacent. Really want them to be focused. Really don't want them to lose anything at all. We are playing very, very well against a good Leeds side. Kick off for the second half. Leeds haven't had a shot. Barely even noticed them in that first half. Not really done much at all. But here we go. Leeds now mow it with a corner. Baldwin, great header there. Knocks it down to Gribbin. Gribbin's going to find Washington down this left channel. He's got 2 men to beat. Bursts inside. He's going to pass it off, but he does go for a shot, and that's just hit the bar. Evans can't get on the end of it. Cooper there just to mop up the ball so it doesn't go 3-0. Thought Washington was going to lay it off to one of the runners on the right-hand side. Didn't do that. Took an audacious effort from the diagonal there. Just hit the bar or the post, and it remains 2-0 to the Posh. Washington, other than that, not really having a great game. Nor is Madison at 6.6. Yeah, might have to make a few changes just to see if we can liven up that front line. But we're dominating them, absolutely dominating them. I think that's a little bit unfair on those 2 players that got a lower rating. 25 minutes to go. Yellow cards are fine about now, so I'm just going to stay on feet, see if that helps. Murphy now with the ball in the middle. Over to Butaka. Butaka, far post into Roof, and that makes it 2-1. They've come back. They've their first shot on target, first shot at all in the game, and they've put it into the back of the net. Bataka, acres of space down that right hand side, our left hand side, gets a deflection, and Roof there just taps it home. And let's see if we can wrap up this game. I'm going to knock it down to standard as well. So just put the fullbacks back, put it down to standard, put Taylor on a little bit more experience in the middle of the park there, and let's see if we can just roll this game out, which seems to have happened quite comfortably since those changes have kicked in. Coming into the last kind of minute or so of the game, 30 seconds now. Luke McGee over to Sean Kavanagh, recently capped for the Republic of Ireland, into Chrissy Forrester, over to Leo into Taylor. Oh, he tried to play that first time ball through round the corner to Connor Washington. Baldwin mops up a little bit of a defensive frailty there. Washington through to Taylor, not going to have the pace, but gets it back to Washington. Washington, nice patient play into Evans, back to Forrester. That's why I love someone on a central midfield on defend, because they're just there to take the ball. But that's it. Peterborough United 2, Leeds United 1. Lovely win there from the Posh. That's two wins from 3 games today. We haven't lost a game today because we did draw against Sunderland, who are up to 8th. We are up to 3rd in the league. 2 points off Swansea, but Norwich did come back against Bristol City to beat them 2-1. So they're kind of head and shoulders above everybody else now in the league. So we're going to come back straight away. We're going to come back for the Cardiff and the Charlton games, both away games, very tough games as well. And then we're going to do Sheffield Wednesday and Brentford. I'm going to do Arsenal on its own as the FA Cup semi-final, and then I'll do the Birmingham MK Dons games at the end of the season as well. So literally from now on, so it's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 episodes there. So you know what the episodes are going to be. So next episode, Cardiff versus Charlton. That'll be the next episode. That's it for this episode of Upon This Rock. We are through to the FA Cup semi-final. A very good win against Oxford there, 1-0. Very, very happy with how this episode has gone. If you've enjoyed the episode, please do leave it a like. Shows that you're supporting the series, supporting the channel, all that good stuff. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more content that's going on the channel at the minute. And until next time, which is going to be against Cardiff and Charlton, I'll see you soon.